Hey guys, welcome to the channel. There is a big old super sale from now until July 6th in the Nintendo eShop. There are a ton of games on sale right now, so we went ahead and picked a few of our favorites that we think you should check out. I'm going to go with my first pick. Now there are a lot of like big Nintendo games like Mario, Odyssey is one that are on sale right now. But one of my first ones is Link's Awakening.
Okay.
I don't know if you've played that. It's $41 right now, $41.99 from $59, so it's 30% off. This is a remake from an old Game Boy game from '93. The art looks amazing. I love like the little cel-shaded style of it and everything. And Zelda games are amazing as it is, and I've never played this one actually. So I'm pretty stoked for that.
Yeah, this game is great. It's not your open world Breath of the Wild, experience, but it is, your classic top down. The graphics are so good. You kind of feel like you're like
so
a little
good.
You kind of feel like you're like a little toy walking around.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Honestly, it gives me Plucky Squire kind of vibes. It's kind of similar art style when he's like out of the book.
It's really, really good. And you mentioned other big Nintendo games that are on sale. There's a lot of those big major Nintendo games that are 30% off. Odyssey, Super Mario Maker 2, Donkey Kong, Tropical Freeze. You got Paper Mario, Pikmin 3. And this is as low as Nintendo games will go, like the major Nintendo games. So if you do, if you don't mind collecting digitally, this is the way to go. And I can recommend all of those. Like Super Mario Maker is a good time. Link's Awakening, you said you wanted something like to play on the side. This is a perfect game.
Yeah, I'm excited just for because we make videos and stream all the time, so we don't really get too many opportunities to play games like that.
Yeah.
Aside from streaming and making videos out of. So I'm excited to play that kind of on the side, while making other stuff.
Yeah. My first game you guys have probably heard of. You probably own it on like a bunch of different consoles, but Skyrim is 50% off, going from $59.99 to $29.99, and this is my favorite game of all time. I don't know if you knew that, but
no way. Skyrim's your favorite game of all time?
All time. It still holds up. I think it came out 2011 or 22. I think 2011, and it's an open world, older style game where you battle dragons, you can make potions, you can pretty much do anything you want. You can be an archer, you can be a swordsman and things like that. Skyrim is timeless. There are those like bonus Nintendo Zelda items that you can get in Skyrim. I will never not recommend Skyrim. $30. It does run well on the Switch, if you were wondering. You gotta check this game out. $29.99 I feel like is the lowest it's been. And certainly, physical is still expensive. So, I would definitely recommend Skyrim.
I'm actually amazed that Skyrim's your favorite game of all time.
Good.
With the leveling system and everything that's in there.
So good.
That's an involved game. My next one is going to be Hades. So Hades is on sale for $14.99 from $24.99. So it's 40% off. I haven't heard a single negative thing about this. Another kind of like top-down kind of game. It's a lot of like Greek mythology type stuff, which I really love. Kind of like God of War stuff, if you've played that. I know the music's really good. The art style is amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to check that out for $14. That I've heard, like I said, I've heard nothing negative about that ever.
That's a no-brainer. Yeah, it's a roguelike, so you will die, and every time you die, you come back, with some of your powers, and it's very difficult. The cool thing about this is because I've been on like a huge looking into Hades kick, and you're like supposed to die, and it's kind of cool because you know how like roguelikes, you'll go through a game again and again and again, and you'll basically just face the same enemies. Your enemies actually acknowledge that you died prior, and they get better.
No way.
It's really, really cool. So
That's cool.
I think I might jump at this one. Hades, $14.99 is probably not going to get cheaper than that.
Yeah, there's no way.
So that's
I'm excited to check that out.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
My next pick is a game that I play quite a bit on PC, but it's also available on Switch, and that is House Flipper. And this is 60%
Stepdad Simulator.
Stepdad Simulator. Mow the grass, have a good time. Buick, 60% off though, all the way.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, from $24.99 to $9.99. Now it is worth noting, this game is just the base game. It doesn't have any of the DLC. So, I mean, but the base game is still meaty. And essentially, like in the name, you take very rough houses and flip them for cash and things like that. This game is so good, and it runs pretty well on Switch. The controls are a little kind of difficult to pick up at first. But at $10, you're getting hundreds of hours. You know,
I've watched you play this multiple times, and I know that you love it.
I love it.
Like I've seen you just truly enjoy that game, so
Yeah.
I can vouch for Pat saying that that's definitely worth $10 because I know he absolutely loves that game.
Yeah.
My last choice. This, I cannot recommend this game enough. It gets a little bit difficult, but it is Death's Door. It is $12.99 right now in the eShop. It was $19.99, so it's 35% off. I've played this game before, and the art style, it's another kind of Hades style where it's kind of top down kind of thing. You play as a bird where you're like trying to, regain souls kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I won't spoil any of it, but it is hands down like top 5 games of all time for me.
Whoa.
It's the music's amazing. I went into this game completely not expecting what I got, and it's so good at $12. I mean, it's incredible. The music's amazing. The art's amazing. It's super creative. I would highly recommend checking it out.
So you've been like talking my ear off about this game. Like I definitely need to look into this. In terms of like difficulty though, if like a brand new player picking up this game, like where is it at in terms of difficulty? Like
that's a good question. It is. I feel like in the beginning, it definitely gets harder like as you go. Mm-hmm. So, but you do like rank up. You get stronger as you go. You get different weapons as you go, kind of thing. So you do rank up a bit, which helps you definitely in the long run. But if you grind out a little bit, you can boost your character enough to where it's not super difficult. Okay. But some of the bosses do get a little bit complicated.
All right, it's good to know. I'll have to check that out. $12.99, that's something to think about, but it is 35% off. So
yeah, I've never seen it cheaper than that.
My last game is called Forager, and again, 60% off. These deals are really good. From $19.99 to $7.99. $7.99, you might have that in eShop credit. Like that's a pretty good price.
That's true. Be sure to check your coins if you guys haven't checked that for sure.
Check the coins out. Forager is sort of like a crafting and foraging game, as in the name. I really like the art style in this one. Essentially, you go around, you collect, materials and things like that, and then you keep evolving in your world. You can get to the point where like you're making machines that like harvest crops for you and everything like that. So you can actually make machines that make you money and stuff. Here's my challenge to anyone that is interested in Forager. Play Forager for only an hour. It's impossible. You play for hours on end. Forager is so good. It's one of my favorite indies on Switch. And at $7.99, like that's like a low risk.
Yeah,
I feel.
If you get any hours out of that game, it's worth it for $7.99.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cute. I mean, it's got the nice art. I love the art style and everything. I haven't checked it out at all, so
yeah.
I'll have to check that one out.
I mean, there's some other games that we didn't mention. Dragon Quest Builders is $34.99, down from $49.99. I know there's a second one, but 30% off is really nice. Also, the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy is $40, 33% off from $60. Those are some good games, Buick. Vice City.
Those are some old ones. Oh, yeah. Those
San Andreas.
So good. Yeah.
And
countless hours out of those growing up for sure.
So good. And they play pretty well on Switch. And then I'll throw in a last one. It's a game called Time UFO. It's actually made by the creators of Kirby. So it's made by HAL Labs.
Really?
It's $6.29, down from $8.99. That's 30% off. It is a puzzler where you play as a UFO and you have to like pick things up and move them around. That's super fun too. And at $6, like Forager, I feel like it's kind of a no-brainer. It's super addictive.
Yeah, I remember this one. That one does look pretty cool for $6 too.
Yeah. So yeah, those are our sales. Those are our recommended games for getting. There's a ton, so definitely check it out. I mean, there's good ones like we didn't even mention like Monster Hunter and things like that. This sale, you're definitely
Lego Star Wars.
Yeah,
but we think that will be cheaper later on.
Yeah, you even got like the show and like Loot Factory 5 and stuff. There's just a lot of games, but those are our 6 recommended games for you guys.
All right, that is it for our recommendations for the big ol' sale on the Nintendo eShop. By the way, if you're watching closely, there may or may not be something in there for them in this video, huh, Pat?
Something may have flashed on the screen that will let you buy some of these games. I'm just saying.
There might be.
Yeah.
Did you look? Did you catch it? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you have not. Share it with your friends, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
See ya.